here's my review of Divergent. Divergent is based on a popular book of the same name, starring Shailene Woodley, Miles Teller, Maggie Q, Kate Winslet, and Ashley Judd, and a few other names who escape my head at the moment. It takes place in Chicago, in a post-apocalyptic society where a war went on many years before, and so therefore they live in a society. People are split into different factions based on their personalities, and when a kid comes of age, they go through this test, which basically determines what faction they belong to, and they decide what faction they want to go into. Shailene Woodley, or Beatrice, or I think they call her Triss in this movie, takes this test, and then she finds out she has all the characteristics from each of the factions, and she's known as a Divergent. And Divergence, this society doesn't like Divergence because they don't conform to any norms in society, and so therefore she has to try to hide the fact that she's a Divergent, otherwise they're going to kill her. Now, going into this movie, I wasn't really excited for it. The trailer, for some reason, didn't impress me. I figured it would be another Twilight BS type of movie. But that being said, this movie was pretty good. Now, I want you to hold your horses, though. I do not think this is a great movie. It has its problems, but for the most part, I thought it was a pretty good time. Shailene Woodley, I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of hers. I've seen a few episodes here and there of Secret Life of American Teenager. Yeah, you gonna make fun of me now? Go right ahead. But I thought she was really good in Descendants, and she's pretty good here in this movie. I liked her character. She didn't annoy me so much as I thought she was going to. And I have to admit, there were a few scenes where I was kind of going, oh wow. Wow, she looks really good. Don't tell Jennifer I said that. Please, don't tell her. She'll kill me. But I liked her character, though. I thought she was really likable, and you really feel for her because she wants to fit into a certain group with this army that she's joining, which is basically like the secret police of this new Chicago. As far as some of the other actors, and oh yeah, Jai Courtney's in this movie. I'm indifferent to him, to be honest. He was pretty good as the training instructor. Maggie Q was fine with what she had. Kate Winslet, I think she was kind of underused in here. She didn't really have much to do. I've always liked Kate Winslet ever since I saw Titanic. But whenever she is in the movie, you get this feeling where you're like, this lady's kind of a bitch. I thought she played it very well, but underused. And it has some really interesting themes about human nature and how it ultimately became the downfall of society, and how this new society is trying to control it, basically, and that in order to keep the peace, which is a common thing we see in the Hunger Games, like with the 12 districts and whatnot. I also like seeing the training sessions that Beatrice goes through to try to prove that she is worthy. And the movie gets pretty intense about towards the end of the movie when that's when it all hits the fan. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But that being said, the movie does have its problems. I feel like the setup was kind of dragged out a little bit. It's not perfectly paced at times. And certain things in the movie just don't really add up. They talk about Divergence being hunted down, but they never really go into it so much. And the romance between Beatrice and one of her instructors, the actor's name escapes me at the moment. I kind of expect it now with these tween movies. I mean, it kind of bothered me, but it wasn't like Twilight bullshit, so I'm glad that didn't happen. Still, I didn't really see the need for it. Now, I know some of you are probably going to wonder, have you read the book? I haven't read the book. I knew nothing about the book until I saw the previews for it. If any of you who are watching this who has read the book, Divergent, if you could let me know how much justice it did to the book, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But overall, I thought this was a pretty enjoyable movie, and by the end I said, okay, I'd like to see a sequel and see where this goes. And I heard this is a trilogy of books. Please, do not split the last one in two. Please don't do that to us again. I mean, come on. But anyway, an enjoyable movie, really good acting, and a pretty interesting story overall. Thank you for watching this. If you're a fan of Divergent, let me know what you thought of the movie, and see you next time.